And Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the earth and the art of working them, and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones, and all coloring tinctures. And there arose much godlessness, and they committed fornication, and they were led astray, and became corrupt in all their ways. Simjaza taught enchantments and root cuttings, Amaros the resolving of enchantments, Barakajal taught astrology, Kokobel the constellations, Ezekiel the knowledge of the clouds, Erikel the signs of the earth, Shamsiel the signs of the sun, and Sarael the course of the moon. And as men perished, they cried, and their cry went up to as men perished. According to 1 Enoch, a book of the Apocrypha, Azazel was one of the chief Gregory, a group of fallen angels who married with female humans. This same story, without any mention of Azazel, is told in Genesis 6:2-4. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came unto the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. 1 Enoch portrays Azazel as responsible for teaching humans to make weapons and cosmetics, for which he was cast out of heaven. 1 Enoch 2 reads, And Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and made known to them metals of the earth, and the art of working them, and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones, and all coloring tinctures. And there arose much godlessness, and they committed fornication, and they were led astray, and became corrupt in all their ways. The corruption brought on by Azazel and the Gregory degrades the human race, and the four archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel, saw much blood being shed upon the earth, and all lawlessness being wrought upon the earth. The souls of men made their suit, saying, Bring our cause before the Most High. Thou seest what Azazel hath done, who have taught all unrighteousness on earth, and revealed the eternal secrets which were in heaven, which men were striving to learn. God sees the sin brought about by Azazel, and has Raphael bind Azazel hand and foot, and cast him into the darkness, and make an opening in the desert, which is in Dudael, and cast him therein, and place upon him rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness, and let him abide there forever, and cover his face, that he may not see light. Raphael's binding of Azazel on the desert rocks of Dudael in Upper Egypt appears again in the book of Tobit. Azazel's fate is foretold near the end of the first book of Enoch, where God says, On the day of the great judgment he shall be cast into fire. The whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azazel. To him ascribe all sin.
1 in 3,000 women who undergo this surgery die from it.
It's over.
Beautiful. I want to be perfect.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. The great